Hi everyone, it's Jill here, and I want to do a little video to introduce us to the next section of our class. This section will be on healthcare theories. A lot of times people hear the word theories and think, why do I have to learn about theories? It really doesn't have much to do with the way I practice. But I think, I hope that by the end of this section on theories, you will see otherwise. Theories really allow researchers to integrate observations that they've seen when they do their research into an orderly scheme or a framework. Theories describe the what and the why. They describe concepts and their relationships to each other. And if we know these relationships, we can predict what might happen in people's behaviors and responses to stimuli. One example of this is found on this pack of cigarettes that I found when I was down in Mexico. For those of you who don't speak Spanish, the translation for fumar es causa de impotencia would be smoking causes impotence. So really, if we look back and we think, well, why would they put this on a package of cigarettes? We can link this back to the health belief model. In this model, the premise says that for people to adopt recommended physical activity behaviors, their perceived threat of disease and its severity and benefits of action must outweigh their perceived barriers to action. So the assumptions there that perceived susceptibility, their perceived severity, perceived benefits of action, perceived barriers of action, lead to cues of action and to people's self-efficacy. So in this case here, what the Mexican government thought was, what might men, who are the majority of smokers in Mexico, what might lead to them stopping smoking? And in this case, really in the machismo society, they thought that maybe putting the warning on here, instead of cancer, they put impotence. So this just kind of shows us a relationship between how theories, people have done research, found that if people thought that there was some risk to their health, that they would indeed change their behaviors. In this assignment, you're broken up into 3 groups, and your 3 groups do have a little bit in common. I kind of looked at it based on your PICO questions. And so what you'll do this week is get together with your groups and try to come up with some kind of theory that you would like to explore and describe in this assignment. You can find the theories in a Google Doc that I've created for you at this link here. And there's theories that are broken down into different domains. You can also just ask the Google. Pollitt and Beck, Chapter 6, the readings for this week have a nice breakdown, really basic breakdown of some healthcare theories. If you read nursing literature, any kind of healthcare magazines, you will see a lot of articles in there about theory and how it relates to practice. And you can also use a backwards design where you think, hey, I've seen this in practice. I've seen where somebody has tried to lose weight and they try for many years and it doesn't work, but then they go to a group like Weight Watchers, and just that interaction between the group has actually made them lose weight. I wonder if there's a theory about that, and indeed that's the social cognitive theory at work there. So many ways to find a theory. You guys get together and find one that might work for you. I kind of put you together based on the PICOs there. So Lisette, Joyce, and Rachel all really had something to do with how hospitals work and some of the adverse events that can happen in hospitals. So you might want to think of some kind of theory related to that, something about system design or quality improvement. Group 2 had Cassandra, Shayla, Denise, and Lisa. You guys all kind of looked at something in the ICU. So maybe look at the synergy model, which I'll show an example of. But there's lots of models and theories out there that you guys could choose from. Group 3 was Lisa, Joanne, Lynn, and Mayu, and you all looked at chronic disease. So you guys could find many theories out there about chronic disease. And the most classic one is the chronic care model, and they've also developed one called the eHealth. I think it's called the eHealth chronic care model. So if you're looking at kind of mHealth and any kind of technology, there's a chronic care model that's been adapted for the use of technology in healthcare interventions. So what's going to be done in the assignment is you will describe your theory, and then you'll find an article that uses this theory in practice. So I'm going to stop this video now and get this out to you today, and then I will be doing another video soon. We're all excited for that, but to describe the assignment, the healthcare theory assignment. Okay, that's all for now. Bye-bye.